I'm 101 years old, and I retired at 65. Worst decision I ever made. Now I know that sounds crazy. Everybody dreams of retirement. Work your whole life, then finally rest. Finally relax. Finally do what you want. That's what they told me. That's what I believed. And it almost killed me. Let me tell you what really happens when you retire. What nobody warns you about. What I had to learn the hard way before it was too late. When I turned 65, I was ready. Lord, I was ready. I'd been working since I was 16, raised my kids, took care of my mother when she got sick, took care of Henry's mother too, worked jobs I hated just to keep food on the table. By 65, I was tired, bone tired. I thought I'd earned my rest, so I quit. Threw a little party, got a cake that said happy retirement. Everybody hugged me and said, Claire, you deserve this. Go enjoy yourself. First week was heaven. Slept late, watched my shows, didn't have to answer to nobody. Second week was nice too. Quiet, peaceful. Third week, something started to change. I woke up one morning and I didn't know what to do with myself. Nowhere to be, nobody expecting me, nothing that needed doing. I thought that's what I wanted. Turns out it was the loneliest feeling in the world. By month 2, I stopped getting dressed some days. What was the point? Wasn't going nowhere. By month 3, I stopped cooking real meals. Just me here. Who cares what I eat? By month 6, I was sitting in that chair so much my legs started getting weak. I told myself I was resting. I was actually disappearing. Henry noticed. Bless that man. He said, Claire, you're fading. I can see it in your eyes. I snapped at him, told him I was fine, told him to mind his business. But he was right. I was fading. See, here's what nobody tells you about retirement. Work ain't just about money. Work is about mattering. When you work, somebody needs you. Somebody's expecting you. You got a reason to get up, a reason to get dressed, a reason to show up. Take that away and you're just existing, taking up space, waiting to die. That's what retirement was for me. A slow death dressed up like a vacation. And I ain't the only one. Let me tell you about my friend Eugene. Eugene worked 40 years at the factory. Good job, good pension. Retired at 62 with a full check coming every month. Everybody said, Eugene, you got it made. Go fishing, play golf, live the good life. Eugene was dead in 18 months. 18 months. Wasn't sick when he retired. Wasn't weak. That man was strong as an ox. But he sat down, stopped moving, stopped mattering, stopped having any reason to get up in the morning. His wife said he just gave up, said the light went out of his eyes about 6 months in. The doctors wrote heart failure on the paper, but I know what really happened. Eugene died of nothing to live for. That scared me deep, because I saw myself heading the same direction, so I made a change. And this is the part I need you to really hear. I didn't go back to work. I was too old for that, and my body couldn't do what it used to do. But I found something to matter for. I started volunteering at the church. Nothing big, just helping with the food pantry on Tuesdays, folding clothes for the donation drive. Sounds small, right? But suddenly I had somewhere to be, people counting on me, a reason to get up and get dressed on Tuesday morning. Then I started a little garden, just tomatoes at first, but those tomatoes needed me every day, needed watering, needed tending, needed someone to care whether they lived or died. That garden gave me purpose, something to wake up for, something that would suffer if I didn't show up. Then I started calling people, old friends I'd lost touch with, people from church who lived alone, just to check on them, You alive today? I'm alive. You? Still here, honey, still here. That became my job. Making sure people knew somebody cared whether they woke up. I wasn't getting paid, but I was working. I was mattering. I was needed. And I came back to life. My legs got stronger because I had somewhere to walk to. My mind got sharper because I had things to figure out. My heart kept beating because it had something to beat for. That was 36 years ago. I'm still volunteering, still gardening, still calling. 101 years old. Because I found something to live for after I quit working. But not everybody does. My neighbor Walter retired at 67. Sat in front of that television from morning to night. Said he was finally relaxing. Within a year, he couldn't walk to the mailbox. Within 2 years, nursing home. Within 3 years, gone. Walter didn't retire. Walter surrendered. My cousin Loretta retired at 64. Said she was going to travel, see the world. She never left the house. Too tired, too scared, too used to sitting. Loretta was gone in 4 years. And then there's Eugene. 18 months. You see the pattern? Retirement don't kill you with a heart attack. It kills you slow. Takes your purpose first, then your strength, then your mind, then everything else. The body needs a reason to keep going. Take that away, and it shuts down. Now here's what I want you to understand. I'm not saying don't retire. Your body needs rest. You can't work like you did at 40. But don't retire from everything. Retire from your job, but don't retire from life. Find something that needs you. A garden, a grandchild, a neighbor who's alone, a church, a cause, something. Don't just sit down and wait for death, because death is listening, and it'll come faster than you think. My husband Henry had a saying. He said, Claire, a car that sits in the garage too long won't start when you need it. People are the same way. He was right. You got to keep the engine running. Even if you're not going far, you got to keep moving. I'm 101 years old, not because I rested, because I found new reasons to matter. Every tomato I grow is a reason. Every phone call I make is a reason. Every Sunday I show up at that church is a reason. My body knows it's needed, so it keeps going. What's your reason? If you retired and you're sitting there wondering why you feel so empty, so tired, so lost, this is why. You stopped mattering. But you can fix it today, right now. Find one thing that needs you. Don't matter how small. Just something that'll suffer if you don't show up. That's not work. That's life. That's how you stay alive. Tell me in the comments, what do you do that makes you feel needed? And if you can't think of anything, tell me that too. Let's figure it out together. Because, honey, we ain't done yet. None of us. Now, if you'll excuse me, my tomatoes are waiting, and they don't water.